I've just sat down and it started to rain. You cannot make this up. Or at least it sounds like it's raining. I think the tree's saving me a little bit here. I really hope it doesn't pick back up. It sounds like it's picking up. It's definitely picking up. Anyway, let's just crack on. Let's absolutely crack on. First things first. I know I've wore this jumper in the last 3 or 4 videos, but I'm not the kind of person to buy loads of clothes. So when I do get a nice, comfy garment, it's getting worn every day. It's just as simple as that. Today is day 362 of making a YouTube video every day for 365 days and seeing where God takes me. And today's an exciting day. We're touching the final line. We're in touching distance. I know I've said this, I'm going to keep saying it every day. We're in touching distance, but today is a special, exciting day for me. Why? Because for the last 5 years, well, for the last 24 years, but for the last 5 years, I've been on a journey. I've been learning, I've been growing, I've been making mistakes, I've been falling, but I've been getting back up. And alongside these last 4 years, I've been writing things down. I really should have brought my notebooks out here with everything in. I knew there was something I forgot for this video, but to be fair, they were just going to get wet anyway. So I'm not going to bring them out. Anyway, in a few videos before, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about this briefly, and I showed you guys all the notebooks that I'd been using, that I'd been writing on. And literally over the last 5 years, I've wrote in 6 or 7 notebooks, probably even more random ones, but 6 or 7 full notebooks of notes, of lessons, of thoughts, of prayers, of reflections. I've got 2 phones of voice notes, of notes of different Apple IDs. And I've always loved writing. When I was 18, I wrote my first book. I might have been 19 actually, and got that published worldwide, about mental health in young people and all the stories from school. I was excluded for crashing my car into the school disco, my friends going to prison, some ridiculous stories from school. But that's been discontinued now, and the only people who are able to read that are the people who bought one. Maybe one day I'll republish it somehow, but that's been discontinued. But now something exciting is happening, and that thing is that all of the notes and everything that I've been collecting and curating over the last 5 years, I've condensed into one final piece of art. That being this. Does it look like me? 47 lessons for the soul. The actual book won't have this. This is a not for resale book, because this is a proof that I've been sent. It's 205 pages, 47 lessons. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but if you want to read the blurb, there it is. You can have a read of that. If you want to read the prologue, there it is. You can have a read of that. If you want to see some of what the lessons are, there's 47 of them. You can have a read of these as well. Now, this book, I've put everything into, and over the last couple months, I've been putting everything from my notebooks, from my voice notes, onto paper. Well, over the last 365 days, really, but I've really been condensing it over the last few months. Been in touch with the publishers. The publishers are getting it out. And there's a chance that this could fall and be published worldwide on the final day of this challenge, which would be so uncanny. But like I've said before, there's no coincidences with God. I don't believe in coincidences. And if it does fall on the day 365, well, what a finale that would be. If not, then that's not God's will. But if it does, what a finale that would be. This will be available within the next few days, I hope, or within the next week or so, worldwide on Amazon, Amazon.com, Amazon UK, all over the world on Amazon. It will be available in stores at some point. Can't give you an exact date for that, but it will be available worldwide on Amazon. I've put everything into this, man. This is my baby. This is my little baby, and I'm really proud of it, really pleased with it. And now that it's been done, and now that this challenge is coming to an end, we are we move forward. I'm gonna read you a paragraph or a paragraph or two at random. There's no markings in this book, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flick randomly and choose one. This just so happens to be humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Lesson 34. Each lesson has a Bible quote underneath it, and then at the end of the lesson, there's a life coaching question that you can ask yourself. I'm going to read you a little paragraph here. The paradox here is that insecurity often looks like humility, but it is actually self-focus in disguise. When your thoughts are consumed by how others perceive you, how you appear or how you compare, your attention is still fixed on yourself. It may look different from arrogance, but the center is still the same. Both the insecure and the proud revolve around self. True humility frees you from that orbit altogether and gives you the space to look outward rather than inward. The truly confident do not need to think about themselves all the time because they have room in their hearts to think about others. That is not weakness, that is strength surrendered to purpose. So the whole book is kind of like that. That chapter was obviously about humility. I just picked a random chapter that I like the look of from there. And the whole book is about lessons that I've learned from my life that I hope will help somebody out there reading. Whether you read one page, whether you read the whole book, whatever it is you read, I really hope it helps, and I'm excited to share this with the world, to allow the world to see it, and to see now where I go forward. Right at the end of this book, I say, I'm not going to ruin the end of the book completely, but it says something like, from now on really, the only thing I can really do is try to live what I have written. And that's what I'm going to do. Same thing when I finish this 365-day challenge. The only thing I can really do going forward is try and take what I've learned and use it to propel myself going forward. Not to dwell too much on it, not to reflect too much on it, but to allow everything that I've learned, that the last 365 days will have taught me, day 362 now, what the last 5 years have taught me, what the last 24 years have taught me, and use that going forward to turn something heavy that can be life into something light, that is Jesus Christ. So yeah, here's the blurb again if you want to read it. I hope the camera doesn't flip this, otherwise that's going to be so annoying. But here is the blurb again. And 3 days left to go of this challenge. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. It's crazy. But God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow with another one. 3 days left. And on the final day, hopefully this will be out, and I'll be able to leave a link to it in the description of the 365-day challenge. If not, I'll leave the link in a video that I do in the future. I'll leave the link in the description of the challenge. And if you're not already following me on Instagram and all that business, then I'll leave some links down below. God is good. Jesus is alive. I'll follow for more, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.